I'm going to move over to Ms. Favor Ezenduka. You are a Google-trained digital marketer. I'm sure that you're aware that many founders have a great product, but they struggle with low sales, right? I think a speaker actually mentioned that. Sometimes you would see someone with a product that is not as good as yours, but they do better than you. So what is the fundamental system they need to build in order to move from just making sales to truly maximizing profits?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Startup Abuja, for this opportunity. So real quick, one of the solid ways to maximize profit is to tackle funnel problems. Aside the problem you're building as a startup, your solution, by default, you need to tackle funnel problem. I'm going to dive deep into this quickly and talk about the system. But before that, I want to give us a background context, so that we can understand the crucial component for triggering exponential profit that you should never neglect in your business as a startup. So in 1982, if I'm not mistaken, this author, Nora Hedden, she published a book titled Astrological Love. Follow me, Astrological Love. That book made less than 5,000 copies. They sold less than 5,000 copies. After a while, a New York publisher read that book. When the man read the book, the content of the book, he knew that the title given to that book was brutally haunting the sales. What he did, he reached out to the author and said, please, I want to buy the rights for this book. And that was done. He was permitted, they did that. And the man went back and gave the book new title. Guess what he gave the book? How you can satisfy a woman every time and have her beg for more. How you can satisfy a woman every time and have her beg for more. What was the result? That book sold over 2 million copies. I want to make it clear. So let's assume this is not story. I'm not the one that's, Let's just say that the price of the book is $10. So when he sold less than 5,000 copies, let's round off with 5,000. 5,000 times $10 is $50,000. We have mathematical students, so you can help me. Then, for the new title, over 2 million copies, but let's work with 2 million. 2 million times $10 is what? $20 million. The exponential gap is so wide. So now the question is, why did that happen? What triggered that result? It's simply a copywriting effect. That man read that book and understood that the original title, was not doing it justice at all. And because he understood the pain point of the target audience, so he needed to carve the title of that book to address that problem. He needed to bypass the logical brain of the target audience. So this is me saying, whatever you are selling, your product, your service, for you to be able to pull massive number in sales, you need to bypass their logical brain and step into their emotional part of the brain. That was what happened. So, again, let me quickly say this. If you're seated here, you might be saying, oh, we have AI, so I can just quickly use AI to run these things. Please, if you're not deeply rooted in copywriting, AI will continue to give you generic response. AI is as good as what you feed it. So this is me just giving you a quick tip. If you don't have someone in your team who understands the deep aspect of copywriting, because one of our speakers mentioned it, I've forgotten, that, it depends on how you communicate. And for you to be able to get your communication right, you need somebody who understands this, and the copywriting power helps you do that. Back to what I said, that for you to be able to trigger impressive profits, you need to tackle funnel problems. So real quick, for that foundation, the system you need to build a system that captures the funnel in different stages. Top of the funnel, mid funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. And I want you to note this. While you are setting up this system, there are 3 core elements I want you to infuse from the get-go. Don't do it later. Because your goal is not to make sales. Your goal is to make the most sales. Your mind has to shift. If your goal is just to make sales, you're making a mistake. So when you have this mindset, it means your eyes must be out to look for anywhere you are having leakage. You must stop sales leakage. Now, those 3 elements are what? Number 1, conversion element. For the conversion element, the goal is for you to maximize conversion. I'm going to explain that real quick when I dissect the stages of the funnel very fast. The second element is profit maximization element. Again, the goal is for you to maximize profit. By the way, research has proven that for the conversion element, for you to have, when you insert a conversion maximizing element into your funnel, it's proven that it increases your sale by 15 to 30%. So you don't need to leave any stone unturned. Then that of the profit maximization, it increases by 20 to 25. Then the last element you need to pay attention to is what I call continuity element. The goal is for you to increase the lifetime of your customer. You don't just want somebody to buy, but you have to get the person keep buying and buying and buying. So let me give you the picture so that you understand the framework well. And let me say this. Some of you, depending on what you're building, what I'm saying today, you can live here today and use it as a plug and play, begin to work. But some of you, you would need to go back to the drawing board and make a little tweak because it depends on what you're building. Now, real quick, top of the funnel, the problem you need to solve is to cause a pattern interrupt to be able to attract attention. One of the speakers, Dr. Steve, if I'm not making a mistake, he said, the clients you're looking for are no longer in the streets. They are online and there is noise. So for you to be able to get them, you must understand, again, back to the analogy I gave us. You must understand somebody, you must have somebody in the team that will be able to communicate and cause a pattern interrupt that will attract your potential clients to you. So that's majorly the problem you need to solve at the top of the funnel. Again, what will help you when you have somebody that will get the messaging right, you need to have a proper offer that will pull them in. If your offer does not bank, they're not going to come. Right from there, you start losing sales. When you get them into the top of the funnel, your goal is to deliver what you told them. When you deliver that, again, your goal is to what? Nurture them. And one of the things you can use to nurture these people, to build trust, is to leverage email marketing system. An email marketing system, we've seen, this is not my own statistics, it's over there, that over time, if you invest $1, you're going to get ROI of $36 to $40. Quick one, if you invest $1,000, it means you're going to generate at least $36,000, meaning that you need to make use of this. So let me move down to the last funnel. Now, by the time you are at this middle funnel, you infuse, that is where you put this conversion maximizing, so that when you present your product and they are not able to buy, before they go, you downsell them. That's what we call downsell. You show them a cheaper product they can buy. Now, when you now get to the bottom of the funnel, that is where you have a higher offer, and that is to increase profit. And finally, the continuity element I talked about is to increase their lifetime, which could be a membership program or whatever. So at the end of the day, my point is get back to the drawing board, ensure you incorporate all these things into the system, and watch out how your profit is going to increase. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that was very insightful. Thank you so much. And because of time limitation, I'm just going to ask each of you to leave the startups here, founders, everybody here, with a word of departure in a sentence, It could be go big or go home, whatever. So I'm going to start from Mr. Chidi Obala. And then, so in one sentence, sir, just leave a word of knowledge or motivation or whatever for them.
Okay, one sentence. I'll try to do it. Okay. You've got to be very focused. Focus is the life wire of that long journey that you're embarking on. Focus is it. That's it, basically. Just be focused.
Thank you so much. So you heard that. Focus. Mr. Fahad.
The journey is not easy and will never be easy. If you decide to quit, you are not going anywhere. If you decide to keep moving, you are going higher places.
Thank you so much. Don't quit. That's what he's trying to say. Ms. Favor.
I would say take personal branding seriously because it's a panacea for the red ocean market. I mean, a saturated market. Take it seriously. 2 people that you can understudy. You already know Alex Hamazi. Bringing it down home, you can study Mrs. Chomi Fanyeze or some other people. Beyond the conference, you can reach out and I will call more names for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have a few persons that have reached out to us to have like 1 or 2 questions. So we'll just take one.
My question is, if what is written in the book is, that's the title, he gave another caption, and then what the book contains is not what the caption is saying. Isn't that a cause for lawsuit?
Okay, so thank you.
Are you encouraging fraud? Because
thank you.
That's what I'm asking.
Thank you for that question.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe you did not hear me correctly. The old title of that book, I did not say it did not make sales. I said it sold less than 5,000 copies. And a man who read that book, that understood the content of the book, understood that the title, Astrological Love, is not doing it any good. So the new title is not a way. He understood what the content of the book and tried to give it more suitable title. So it's not like it's different thing. I don't know if.
So I think where your confusion comes in is because you probably did not hear the title of the name. So what she said is that the new title is not away from the content of the book.
And again, to add to that, the New York publisher, the person reached out to the owner to buy the rights of the book. So he didn't wake up and just do that. And again, the title wasn't away from it. He just needed to do the justice because he understood that the old title was not doing justice to the book. That's it.
All right.
Thank
Thank you so much. A round of applause.
Thank you very much. Thank you.